Hi everybody, in this video I'm going to go over 20 different signs that you are nutrient deficient. So if you have a hunch that you're nutrient deficient but you're not quite sure what nutrients you are deficient in, you don't want to go get a lab test or input all your food into one of those nutrient calculators, and you just want to know real quick, then this video is for you, because I'm going to be talking about 20 of the most common symptoms of nutrient deficiency, and then I'm also going to be talking about what nutrient deficiencies correspond to each one of these symptoms. If you don't know me already, my name's Kaylee. I'm a certified nutritionist and gut health specialist, and I love helping people to heal their chronic gut issues naturally with principles like ancestral nutrition and holistic health. So in this video, I want to go over two kind of main things. There's two main reasons that you can get a certain symptom of nutrient deficiency. The first reason has to do with the order your body prioritizes giving nutrients to different tissues. So there's going to be 7 different main tissue groups in your body that your body orders which one it gives nutrients first. So I'll go over these throughout the whole video. That's how I've grouped the symptoms. But basically, your reproductive system or your skin or hair or nails aren't as important as your heart contracting or your lungs breathing in air and oxygen or your nerves sending different signals. So those things that are critical for life are going to get the nutrients first, and when you're nutrient deficient, the things that aren't quite as important just won't get the nutrients. Now, the second main thing that influences the symptom you get is the actual nutrient you're deficient in. So I will go over these 20 different symptoms, starting with the last priority for your body. So that's going to be the reproductive system. If you are not well nourished and healthy, you're really not in a place to be, especially if you're a woman, carrying a baby and giving 10% of your nutrient stores to your baby. So your body will tend to kind of shut off different reproductive functions if you are nutrient deficient. So let's look at what some of these are. So first, for women, if you are missing your periods, if you're having light periods, if you're having anovulatory periods, which means you're not ovulating, an easy way to tell this is if you're not having that cervical fluid build up in the middle of your cycle and you're not having a temperature shift which happens typically after ovulation. So if you're charting your cycles, this is going to be easier to tell, but otherwise it can be a little bit hard to tell. But that's going to be one thing. If you have full-on amenorrhea, which means you have no period at all, that's going to be another sign that you are nutrient deficient. Also, if you're having difficulty conceiving, or if you're just having other cycle issues, so if you have PMS, uncomfortable cycles, if you have spotting in odd places in your cycles, anything that's a little bit off is usually going to tie back to some nutrient deficiencies. So if you are having this, there are a lot of nutrient deficiencies that can be at play here, because especially as women, our reproductive cycles are tied to creating another human that needs every nutrient. So we really do need almost every single nutrient for this. So it can really be a lot, but I'm still going to go over what the main ones are. So if you could be deficient in vitamin A, B vitamins, vitamin C, vitamin D, E, K, copper, zinc, selenium, iodine, magnesium, choline, omega-3, iron, calcium, collagen, protein, or cholesterol, because all of these are so important to building hormones and maintaining our reproductive cycles. Now, the second symptom is going to be if men have issues with their hormones. So this could be like low libido, ED, difficulty gaining muscle, increased body fat. It could be difficulty conceiving, and any other issues that are associated. Mostly it's going to be with low testosterone. So the different deficiencies that can be at play here are going to be pretty similar, but a little bit different. So it could be vitamin A, B vitamins, vitamin C, D, E, choline, zinc, magnesium, selenium, iodine, calcium, sodium, potassium, protein, or cholesterol. So the second tissue that is sixth priority, I guess, for your body is going to be nerve tissues and connective tissues. Now, the third symptom we're going to see come up here is going to be muscle cramping. So if you have muscle cramping, this can be a deficiency in magnesium, potassium, calcium, and or sodium. These are responsible for your muscles contracting and relaxing. Now, the fourth symptom we're going to have is fatigue. So this could be low energy and brain fog. And the deficiencies that are going to be most common here are going to be magnesium, zinc, B vitamins, copper, iron, iodine, and phosphorus. Now, the fifth symptom, still under the same nerve tissue and connective tissue bracket, is going to be weak connective tissue. So if you have joint pain, frequent joint injuries, if you're having a hard time healing your joints, that's going to be what this is. And a lot of deficiencies that can play a role here are going to be collagen, vitamin C, and copper. Now, the sixth symptom is going to be nerve issues. So there's a lot of different possibilities here, but the main deficiencies are going to be magnesium, potassium, B vitamins, choline, and sodium. Now we move on to the next tissue in your body, which is going to be bones and cartilage. So you can probably see here, the further along we get, if you're still having these symptoms, the more nutrient deficient you are. So if you're just having hormonal issues, you might not have as bad of deficiencies, but if you're still having these symptoms, the further down we go, then you're probably a lot more nutrient deficient. So on to bones and cartilage. The seventh symptom we're going to see is going to be weak bones. So this could be osteoporosis or osteopenia. And the reason for this is we need a lot of nutrients to repair our bones, to build our bones. And sometimes when we're severely nutrient deficient, our body can actually take nutrients out of our bones to use for other systems in our body. So the main nutrient deficiencies we're going to see here are the ones that build bones. So that's going to be vitamin A, C, D, K, collagen, calcium, magnesium, manganese, and phosphorus. So that brings us to the fourth tissue in the body, which is going to be fat. So the eighth symptom we have here is too low of body fat, which is really just going to be mainly a deficiency in calories, not getting enough calories in. It's not going to be tied so much to specific nutrients. And then the ninth symptom we're going to see is thyroid issues. So oftentimes we see this when you're not having enough body fat, when your metabolism is low, when you're getting cold often. It's really common to see thyroid issues, and that is so common when you're not getting enough nutrients either. The main ones here are when you're not getting enough iodine, magnesium, iron, potassium, selenium, or zinc. So that brings us to the 10th symptom, which is slow metabolism. If you are having a slow metabolism, the nutrients you're going to be deficient in are the ones that you need for metabolism and then for energy production. So that's going to be B vitamins, vitamin C, choline, manganese, phosphorus, zinc, and yeah, that's going to be it for that. Then we get to the fifth tissue, which is muscle. So if we didn't have enough nutrients for our hormones, for our nerves and connective tissue, for our bones and cartilage, and for our fat, then if we still don't have enough for our muscle, if we still don't have enough, we'll see it in our muscles. So what that means is really just losing muscle or not being able to put on muscle. And that's going to be the 11th symptom. And then the 12th one is going to be just feeling weak physically. Both of these are going to have the same deficiencies. So that's going to be vitamin A, B vitamins, vitamin C, vitamin D, calcium, phosphorus, potassium, sodium, zinc, collagen, protein. And another note here is with protein, you really need to make sure you're getting all of the amino acids in because you need all of them to build new muscle and protein. So all of these nutrients are needed for protein digestion and then protein synthesis as well. Then the sixth tissue is going to be blood and red blood cells. So the 13th symptom is going to be anemia. And if you have anemia, your deficiencies are going to be the B vitamins, vitamin E, vitamin K, calcium, copper, iron, magnesium, manganese, potassium, sodium, and omega-3. And that brings us to the seventh and last tissue, which is going to be plasma, white blood cells, and lymphatic system. The main symptom you are going to see here is just going to be very poor immunity. So if you have very poor immunity and you get sick often, you react to a lot of things, you get lots of allergies, if you're having those issues, then your deficiencies are going to be in the nutrients you need to maintain your immune health. So that's going to be vitamin A, B vitamins, vitamin C, D, E, copper, magnesium, manganese, selenium, and zinc. So now I have some more symptoms that don't necessarily fall under those 7 tissues, but they're still really common symptoms of nutrient deficiencies. So the 15th symptom I have here is going to be brittle hair and nails. Now that's something you're going to see very early on with nutrient deficiencies, because like I talked about before, as much as we like having nice healthy hair and nails, it's really not the top priority for our body. So if your nails and hair are just breaking easy, you're not noticing them grow as much, if your nails are very thin, if your hair seems to be, instead of growing, like shrinking because you're losing a lot of hair, all of this is going to be because of nutrient deficiencies. And the ones you're going to be deficient in here are going to be vitamin A, B vitamins, vitamin C, D, E, iron, selenium, zinc, protein, fat, and collagen. And that brings me to the 16th symptom, which is skin issues. So if you have skin issues, the main deficiencies are going to be fat, water, omega-3, collagen, vitamin A, B vitamins, vitamin C, E, and then zinc as well. This is also going to be one that you'll probably see pretty early on in the nutrient deficiency scheme of things. Now the 17th symptom is going to be poor digestion. And this is because you need nutrients to make stomach acid, to make digestive enzymes, to heal any damage in your gut. So it's really important that you get enough nutrients in for your digestive system. If you're having digestive issues, nutrient deficiencies can be one of the main causes. So the more specific ones you're going to have here are vitamin A, B vitamins, vitamin C, magnesium, zinc, collagen, sodium, potassium, and cholesterol. So then that brings me to the 18th symptom, which is poor eyesight. There are a few different reasons for this. A lot of these, everything I mentioned, it's not always a nutrient deficiency 100% of the time. There can be other root causes. However, it's very frequently from a nutrient deficiency. So in the case of poor eyesight, that's going to be a deficiency in vitamin A, B vitamins, vitamin C, E, and omega-3. Now the 19th symptom is going to be stalled healing. So we need nutrients to be able to heal damage in our body. These could be joint issues, this could be gut issues, it could be really any kind of health problem you're dealing with. So the deficiencies here are going to be vitamin A, B vitamins, vitamin C, vitamin E, zinc, omega-3, and collagen. The 20th symptom is going to be never feeling satiated. This can also lead to weight gain sometimes. So this can really be a deficiency in any nutrient. It's very common for it to be a nutrient deficiency in fat and protein because both of those are very satiating. But what happens is when our bodies don't get all the nutrients we need, we will still crave them and we won't feel satiated because we need the nutrients we haven't gotten yet. So it's really important that you are balancing all of your nutrients, that you're getting them all in so that you eat the right amount, and it's easy to eat the right amount. You feel satiated when you're full and you stop when you're full, and that will in turn help your digestive health and your overall health. I just want to say the list goes on and on and on. There are so many symptoms of nutrient deficiency. We need nutrients for every system and every tissue in our body to function properly. So most health issues can tie back to nutrient deficiencies, but those are some of the most common ones that I see very, very frequently. And if now you're like, okay, I know some of the deficiency I have, but how do I fix it? I'm gonna make a whole nother video on how to reverse your nutrient deficiencies. And I'm also gonna cover something that I see a lot is people will get stuck in this cycle of having a very poor digestive health and their digestive system isn't functioning properly, so they're not breaking down their food effectively. Then they're not absorbing the nutrients out of their food. They have nutrient deficiencies, and then because of these nutrient deficiencies, they can't make enough stomach acid and digestive enzymes, and it's this whole cycle that feeds into itself. So you can't digest and absorb the nutrients, you have nutrient deficiencies, so you can't make the things you need to digest and absorb the nutrients, and it can feel a little bit frustrating, but it is a cycle that you can 100% 100% break out of. So in next week's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to do that and how to reverse your nutrient deficiencies. So if you aren't already, be sure to subscribe so you will be notified when I release that new video. And if you're watching this in the future, I'll be sure to have that video linked down below so you can just watch it right now.